Hello, hello, hello. Listen, I'm grateful today. I am happy. My partner started a good day this morning. We're actually going to breakfast. I'm headed to her direction for work, so I decided to take her out. And in our travels, I decided to do a live. So I do hope that everyone is having a good day, starting off so great. Smile. Go look in the mirror and just smile for 7 seconds. If you do this throughout your day, it will change everything. It will change everything. Just smile. Smile or laughing is the most rejuvenating thing you can ever do. So today I want to talk about encapsulation and mold, homes, and getting your crawl space encapsulated. If you are not a homeowner, if you're someone that's living in an apartment and you're considering buying a home, let me tell you a little bit, or educate you a little bit about encapsulation. So in most houses, there is a crawl space. The crawl space is basically what it is. It's a space where you can crawl underneath your house. Some houses is 2 feet, some houses is 3 feet, 4 feet. It goes all the way up. What happens is that, water from outside can intrude, come on the inside. You have bugs, you have your air conditioning lining your air conditioning duct system down there. You have a lot of things underneath the house that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are not going into a crawl space. It's dark, it's gloomy, it has bugs down there. I get it. So what happens is that companies will come in and they will say, we can do an encapsulation of your crawl space. And what they do, they put a 6, 8, 10 mil poly underneath your crawl space. They put in a dehumidifier. They seal off all your vents, and they tell you that this encapsulation will solve your problem. And the reason I'm talking to you all this morning is because over the past couple months, I've had companies call me and say, our clients were dealing with some allergy type problems. We did an encapsulation and we don't know what else to do. The problems are still there, and we need you to come in and help our clients out. So first of all, understand that if you know me as a business owner, if you know that I've been doing this for 13 years, understand that encapsulation is not the first solution. So as a company, I feel that that my services has been underutilized. I get it. It's a business. You all are trying to make money out here. However, is solving the problem of your clients more important than making a dollar? It shouldn't be. Because at the end of the day, do you think that client is going to refer you? Or do you even care if they're going to refer you? They call you because they have a problem. Sorry, I was just yawning. They call you because they have a problem with their crawl space or a problem with their air quality. Doesn't mean you have to sell them a $10, $12, $15, $20,000 crawl space system. It doesn't. And then you call me to say, help fix the problem. Well, the problem is that maybe they just can't live in that house. No matter what you have done, some people just cannot live in certain houses. I've seen that day in and day out. So I'm speaking to homeowners right now. If you are considering getting an encapsulation on your home or in your crawl space, please call us first. Call us first. I will, if I see that there is an issue that needs to be addressed, that encapsulation is needed, I will go ahead and do it. Now, this home that I looked at, they put a sump pump in. The guy didn't mention anything about water intrusion or anything like that. And what is happening now is that he's considering selling his house after spending this money of getting the Crawlspace encapsulated. So it's and this happened the minute he moved into this house. So 2 years later, he is still experiencing the same problems. I felt some kind of way. I've been working with this company, and this is like the second or third time that they've done this. And all I'm saying is that if a client calls a company, and the company is, for them to make $1, for them to say that by doing this type of work, it's going to solve your problems. But then at the end of the day, it doesn't fix it. Do you feel some type of way? For your clients, do you feel like, that they purchased your services and, you didn't perform a service for them that they needed? When does customer service come into view? When does the fact of the matter is that being honest and upfront with our clients, understand this, that allergies and asthma rid people day in and day out. People cannot, it's like this guy is living at his mom's house across town. He purchased this home, and now he can't even stay into this house. I just feel some kind of way because my heart goes out to these individuals, simply because they are struggling. They are struggling with the fact that they have no one to help them. And I just feel like if this company knew me, if this company respected me, and they would have called me first. I'm not sitting here whining. I'm sitting here saying the fact of the matter is that, this guy spent $10,000 to $15,000 in getting something done in his crawl space, but didn't solve his problem. How would you feel if you went somewhere? If you went to go get your car or your tires put on your car, and they put used tires on your car where you expected to have brand new tires, where you expected the problem to be solved, wouldn't you feel some kind of way? And that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that as we go out here and we perform a service for these clients, let's put our best foot forward. Let's think about longevity. Let's think about helping these clients out, because people nowadays, they are really, really sick and tired of companies coming in, selling them services, selling them products. It's just not working. We are in a society where it appears that you don't have to give 100% anymore. And I'm changing that in my business. I'm changing that in the mindset of my clients, is that, listen, you don't have to subject yourself to subpar service. You don't have to. Let's demand more from people. My clients demand a lot from me. So that's why I can come and talk to everyone. So no matter what you do, if you are a realtor, if you're a property manager, if you're an HVAC contractor, if you are a telemarketer, if you're talking on the phone, no matter what you do, you always have the capability of changing who you are. You have the capability of being a better person. For me, I work day in and I work day in and out, helping clients breathe better into their home. I am a mold specialist. I'm an indoor environmental consultant. So it is not. I mean, Chad says a fully encapsulated crawl space is 100% necessary. Chad, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I look at it like this. Like anything, it has to be monitored. Every house does not need a full encapsulation. It does not. I've been in houses where, if the overall goal, here's how I think a crawl space should be encapsulated. And this is just my opinion from doing this for 13 years. I go into a crawl space, and I'll be a prime example. I went into a crawl space, and the crawl space basically, water was coming in from the outside. Number one, water intrusion. water intrusion was coming in from the outside. Underneath, there was a deck that was on the side of the house, probably about 3 to 4 feet in height. The back of the yard was sloped towards the crawl space towards the foundation. So instead of removing the deck, my recommendation was to have the crawl space encapsulated, or to fix the yard. Let's fix the water intrusion. You can put a gully in the yard, keep the water from coming from into the foundation or up against the house, and you solve that problem. You solve the problem from the outside in. However, this company wanted to come in and put an encapsulation inside the house and charge $15,000-$20,000. And the homeowners were like, no, I'm not spending this money. I want to get the gully put on the outside, So it's needed if no other solutions can be addressed in fixing this problem. So I go into encapsulations all the time, and I hear the company, and this is what is happening. The representative told me that no mold will grow if I get this encapsulation. That's true. That's a fact. I'm not pushing them under the bus. I'm just saying that this is what my clients are telling me. These are what my clients are telling me. So I go into the crawl space, an encapsulated crawl space with a dehumidifier, and I find mold. How is that? How is that I'm finding mold in an encapsulated crawl space? Someone explain that to me. Everything's sealed off. Everything's working. Dehumidifier's working. How is it that mold is still growing in the crawl space? So if I am a homeowner, if I am a client of a company that is selling me an encapsulated, saying, listen, we'll come in, we fix your problem, we put a sump pump in, but they don't monitor your crawl space. They don't say, listen, we'll come back in a year, we'll come and we will look at your crawl space and we will see if you have a water intrusion problem. We will see where the mold is. And then they come back in a year and they said, Mr. or Mrs. Jones, your crawl space is, we find a lot of water sitting on your right-hand side. We're seeing a little mold grow. We think that encapsulation would benefit you. If a client says that, then yes, I do agree with having an encapsulation or some type of encapsulation process. So for you all are chiming in, I'm talking about encapsulation underneath a house, why you should or should not spend this money in getting your crawl space encapsulated. Chaz, so to answer your question, if condensation is forming to cause mold to grow, why would a company tell a homeowner that it's going to prevent mold? Isn't a dehumidifier supposed to pull moisture out of the air to prevent mold from growing? Isn't the encapsulation where's that moisture coming from? So I'm just saying, a lot of companies are selling this fairy tale, and the crawl space that I'm checking is not happening. It's not happening. And I have solutions to help with that. However, companies don't listen to me. So I get here and I try to educate my clients. I'm talking to my clients. I'm talking to the people who don't have anybody else to talk to when they are sitting at the table and you're ready to sign this bill for $15,000 of getting your crawl space encapsulated. So please share this video. I want to be able to come in and help you make the right choice. Because like I said, all crawl spaces don't need to be encapsulated. It doesn't. It has to breathe. It has to have air. I get the purpose of encapsulation. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that I don't believe in it. I'm saying that all crawl spaces do not need encapsulation. Because a client, and I'm just using this particular one, because a client told this company that they were having allergy type symptoms, the company went in and sold them a $15,000 encapsulation job, and it did not solve the problem. It did not solve the problem. Then I was referred to come out and help them future, you know. My thing is that how come I wasn't called first when allergy type symptoms, when this client didn't say anything about mold. He didn't say anything about water in his crawl space. He talked about, I've been in this house, I moved here, I'm having problems inside of my house, and I need help breathing better. That's an air quality issue. It has nothing to do with crawl space issues. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that this matches that crawl spaces are not a positive or can have a positive effect inside of the house. All I'm saying is that for this particular case, it was not. It was not the same. So, it's, Chaz, I get it. Let me see. The science is air movers. I'm sorry, I'm driving. The science of air mover kick moisture out of the building to create into an atmosphere, creating a... Yes, I get the science of it, Chaz. I'm not disputing that the science of air movers. I'm not disputing, what is and what isn't. What I'm saying is that no, in science, or in the nature of fixing a problem, most things are diagnosed. Most things are looked at over time. Most things are analyzed. And in a crawl space, as I mentioned about encapsulation, the fact of the matter is that companies are not, in my opinion, are not doing their due diligence. I would like to see companies, talk to clients about having, 6 months, a year. We had a very rainy season this year. All that water, if they don't fix the water coming from the outside in, then what happens is that water will come underneath your vapor barrier, and if it pools up, it's going to take that tape away, and you're still going to have an issue. You're still going to have an issue moving forward. I've seen a vapor barrier put down with tape and water still coming in inside the crawl space. I've seen this. So if water is not coming in, that means that it was no water issue from the inside. I mean, what is the purpose of an encapsulation? So keep that in mind as you all go throughout your day. If you are looking to purchase a home and with the crawl space, my recommendation is that before you make a decision on fixing or having your crawl space encapsulated, have it monitored. This is what we do. We can come out and we can check your crawl space on an annual basis, just like anything else in your house, just like your car. We can come and check it out, give you reports, and let you know the conditions of it as it moves forward. This is something that we can work on for you. Like I said, if you're a realtor and you're selling a house with a crawl space, talk to your homeowners about this. This is a service that is needed. This is just another service that they need. So we thank you for chiming in. Please share a video. Please like us. Please follow us. My name is Daniel. I'm with Smith Environmental Solutions. We're the company that's bringing a solution to the pollution. Please share this video. Just hit the share button at the bottom. Share this to your friends and family. And we hope that everyone has a great day. Today is Friday. Be good. Be positive out there. Bring something positive to the world. Make it good. Make it good. So we're the company that's bringing a solution to the pollution. I'm about to go have breakfast with my babe. So I'm about to get this in. All right. Talk to y'all later.